All right, guys, January the 10th. My deer season is pretty much effectively over. I'm on to predators. In fact, I'm putting some steel on the ground. We've only got 3 weeks left in the Ohio trapping season, but I've been getting pictures of coyotes on a couple different farms. This is one of them. Had some steel left over from last year that never saw the ground. I've never tried it this way. I usually like to wax and dye right before I put the traps in the ground, but we're gonna see if they're gonna work. And that they haven't collected odor over the course of the last year. But essentially what I'm looking at down here is kind of a big funnel where these coyotes have been. I've got a trail camera down the way here, about 100 yards or so, and then a creek that runs east and west here, and it all kind of funnels down here with this set aside grass and the bean field. So I think it's gonna be a really good, kind of a funnel spot, if you will. And so I'm gonna go with a cattle skull, actually. I just don't see anything that sticks out to my eye. So I'm gonna make something that sticks out to their eye and to my eye. I think I'm gonna use a cattle skull. For one, they can see that from a long ways away. For two, if they're up on this ridge here, they're also gonna see it. That cattle skull will stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm gonna set one trap here. Now normally, I will put a dirt hole set right beside my cattle skull, within about 10 yards or so. But I think I'm gonna do it a little bit different down here. Earlier this summer, I was getting pictures of coyotes down on this point. So this cattle skull set is gonna cover me visually from pretty much 360 degrees right here. And when they travel this creek bank up on top, they'll run into the cattle skull set. When they're down there hunting on more of a northerly wind, they should walk right by that particular set. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get started setting here. Got these two to put in. I've gotta go see if I can get permission for a couple other spots where I know some dogs typically are. And we're gonna try to catch some coyotes here. So here we go. A bed for my trap. Can't help up. Go ahead. Over top my pan. All right, so I've come down the way here, 150 yards or so, and you might be able to see right there behind me is the cattle skull. And I've come down here a little bit further to more of a pinch point. Again, this summer I had some more pictures of coyotes. You know, some farms, I think I mentioned it last year in one of our videos, that some farms are easy to diagnose. You look at the aerial and, yep, I need a trap right in that general area. This farm, for whatever reason, has been tough, which brings up a point. A coyote, in general, will travel wherever in the world it wants to. There are so many little funnels and pinch points on this particular farm that look good, and they just have not paid off in the past. So I'm trying something new again this year. I've got recent pictures, most recent information right over here, so that's why I'm setting them. But I'm gonna get to work, put in my modified dirt hole right here on this little pinch point. Cool. All right, so we had absolutely nothing in the first two sets this morning, and that's really all that I have out right now, but I'm about to put some more in. We had a pretty good frost roll through last night. It is 20-ish degrees, so the ground's pretty hard. Might make it a little bit difficult to get into the ground. This particular spot is one that I like. It's a good old standby. We've got another brushy creek running east and west, kind of winds up to the north there too. And then right here, we have a cement bridge. And the coyotes they're gonna hunt this brushy ditch. I mean, that pure and simple. So I'm gonna put 2 dirt holes. Now traditionally, I will set 2 traps on this side, but I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set one on this side, one on that side. That way I've got a north wind covered and I've got a south wind covered. Okay, friends, guys and gals, in and out in about 15 minutes or so. Both traps are set, but I gotta show you this. I just gotta show you this. Come along. little bit of scat there. Look at all the coyote tracks. Holy smokes. They are everywhere. When I pulled up to the spot, I said that this was an old standby, and I usually put traps just on the south side, simply because walking across the bridge, you know, I could be laying some scent down. But I crossed the bridge to do a little scouting, and as I mentioned earlier, there's a little bit of scat. It's old scat. But I get up in the field over on this side, and I've never seen tracks here like this. They are everywhere. And essentially what we've got is 2 three-ways that come together at this cement bridge. We got a creek run east and west, and 3 over on that side would be the 3-way. Over on that side would be the cement bridge. Over on this side, we've really almost got a 4-way, in that we have the creek running east and west. We've got the cement bridge coming over, and then back here behind me, right here, you can see that there's kind of a thick fence row that comes off behind these houses, and they're obviously running that thick fence row. That's where most of the tracks are going to and coming from, but then they're running the ditch east and west as well. So I put this trap a little bit tighter to cover than I'd like, but I think it's going to be okay. It's right in their travel area. They're at least going to check it out, and eventually they'll get curious and hammer it. So I'm pretty excited about this spot, not gonna lie. We'll see what it brings over the next couple days. On to the next one. Day number 4 on the trap line, and I don't know, I'm hoping for some animals here in the next couple of days, but right now we are definitely fighting the weather. It's just really consistent. It's not cold for this time of year, so they're not really having to hunt super hard for food. When you're trapping the late season, that is a key. You need it or want it to be cold, so they have to hunt a little bit harder for food and are a little bit more willing to commit to a set. So nonetheless, we're on a case. Day number 4. Here we go. Pay dirt. Pay dirt. 4th day, actually this is only the 2nd day checking this spot, and looks like we got a nice coyote. I don't know what happened, but I can see that this trap over here was tripped off, so hopefully that was just a raccoon and not the maybe the mate to this one or the pair, but that's pay dirt. That's what we wanted. I can see when he was up and standing and running around that I only got him by the toe pads, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of him here pretty quick. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of video just because I don't have him super high like I'd like. So sweet, I'll do a little bit of video after I dispatch him. Okay friends, I'm all taken care of and reset the trap, and we have us a nice female. She's a younger female. Typically, I would have done a little bit of filming right beside her as she's in the trap, but I had her by a single toe pad. I don't know what set off the other trap. I have a bad feeling about it, to be honest. Could have been a raccoon. They are out moving and breeding right now, so wouldn't be totally surprised if it was a raccoon, but I have a distinct and sneaking suspicion that it was her travel mate. Nonetheless, we have a coyote taking off the landscape, our apex predator for the area, and that feels awful good. But this particular set, I know you can't really see it from down here, but basically we have a ditch bank that runs through a big wooded section and then out into this open grass, and they are going to hunt this open grass. But what makes this a good spot is I have a bridge. I have a land bridge right here that they're going to cross quite a bit, and I've only had these traps in for 2 days and have a coyote on it, so that's a good thing. But that's what makes this a good spot, is this land bridge that they're going to cross as they hunt from field to field and look for their prey. But feels good to be on the board here, 4th day of my trapping season. And we're going to move on to the next spot. Still got a couple spots to check.
I'll turn around.
Yeah, turn around.
Give you another view.
Yeah, there we go. Out running traps after my trap check this morning. Caught the first coyote of the year for me. Out running with the guy that taught me way too much about trapping. Got the blood boiling on that side of things, Mr. Kevin Snyder, and he's caught a red fox. What number is that for you this year?
You had to ask me, didn't you?
I did.
Put me on camera now.
Put you on spot.
I think this is number 10, actually.
10 red fox and couple coyotes?
3 coyotes.
3 coyotes. So he's had a pretty good year. Not his best,
It
but
could
not his
be a
worst.
lot better.
Yes, and like I said earlier, we've had some just weird weather, La Nina. But he's on the board with another red fox. Pretty awesome. Oh, I can smell him. Oh yeah, I can smell him. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a good one. Basically what Kevin's got here is a big old grass field. Got an old road, pine trees, and they're hunting this grass field coming out of the city range and hunting. That's awesome. Beautiful animals.